Hello everyone, my name is James Peters, and all I ask is for a few minutes of your time. You're seeing this video because you're a local voter in my district. I'm running for state representative in Indiana for the 35th district, and I'm just asking for a couple minutes of your time. The reason why I'm running is because I see our country is extremely divided and we're just not getting things done, right? There needs to be somebody in there that is a voice for the people and will truly fight for the people. There's so many issues at stake that I can't even count them. But just to give you an idea, I want to see lower taxes. I want to see better paying long-term jobs. We are in dire need of educational reform, healthcare reform, lower prescription costs. I'm even for medical marijuana. Expanded Medicaid for children. I want to give power back to the local authorities, such as your police officers, your teachers, people that can discipline the kids to get them on the right track in life. We even need better public transport to help us get to and from jobs. I'm a normal guy. I'm not going to produce some extravagant video and say, look at me, I'm the best of the best of the best, because at the end of the day, me running is not about me. It's about helping our country and getting our state currently on the right track, right? There's so many issues that we have to act, right? We have to act or we're going to lose an entire generation, and that's the reality, guys. I'm asking you to vote for me come primaries and vote for me come 2020. I don't care if you're Republican or Democrat. You got to vote for the right candidate, right? And the person that I'm running against, she's been in there for 6 years. She is a teacher, but we haven't seen any educational reform. We haven't seen any big dollars come into our local communities as far as public education and stuff like that. It's time for a change, right? If you're for lower taxes, you're for public educational reform. If you're for medical marijuana, these are things that I believe Indiana needs to start focusing on, right? It's time for change, and I believe that I am that candidate for change. You can check me out at jamespetersforcongress.com. That's where you can donate a few bucks if you begin to view me and see that I'm the right candidate. But one of the things that I promise to do is I'm going to update you frequently as far as what's going on in your state body and who's voting for what, right? Because a lot of people don't know who really is voting for what. If you're not voting for jobs and you're not voting for, giving our youth insurance and medical marijuana for our veterans and for people with Parkinson's that can't function without it, and they can't smoke it because if they do, they'll lose their prescription drugs that could potentially be fatal to their lives. Guys, these are things that are simple, and we're not doing it. And there's a reason why. It's because there's a divide in our country where if you think differently than I do philosophically and ideology, you hate me or I hate you, and that's not true, guys. We can still support each other even though we have some disagreements ideologically. We just can. We don't have to think that we hate each other because we don't agree on everything. Nobody in your life agrees with you about everything that you think or do, but there are people that still love you despite that fact, right? And it's the same thing with us. We can disagree on some issues, but when we agree on the majority of issues, and when I tell you I'm going to do something, you can Google me, James Peters Sr., and see that I'm a man of my word. And when I get elected, assuming that I do, in the state legislature, I assure you I will update you and I will make things happen. And that's my commitment to you because I genuinely do care about people. One of the things that separates me from the majority of people is I do love people. I don't hate anyone. And when I get elected, I'm just not going to represent Republicans. I'm going to represent everybody. And that's something that our political people have forgotten. They get in and they think they're only representing their party, and that's so far from the truth. It's time to elect somebody who represents the people, and I believe I'm that person. Again, my name is James Peters. I'm running for your local state representative for the 35th district in Indiana. Check me out at jamespetersforcongress.com. I appreciate you listening. If you have any questions, ask below, and I promise you I'll answer them. Thank you.